We're talking Nordic skiing with Jack Steffen of Gorham Bike and Ski, the shop located right in Jackson Ski Touring Foundation in Jackson Village.
That's right. We share the entire building together. It's really kind of exciting to be there, seeing all the smiling people on vacation, ready to go out there and ski.
It seems like it would be a great symbiotic relationship because you have these great ski trails of Jackson Ski Touring Foundation, and you need something to ski on, and you guys obviously have everything you need right there in the shop. And it's not just, you obviously have the hardware, you have the skis, but you've got everything that you would need to maintain your skis. So whether you're getting new skis, demoing some skis, or bringing your own, you can make sure you have a great pair of skis when you head out onto the trail system.
That's right, Chris. One of the things that we like to talk about are how with all the different waxes available out there, sometimes it can be overpowering.
Yep.
And it doesn't have to be. We can make it very simple for people if they really want to. It can be as difficult or as easy as you really want it. One of the things I like to tell people is we talk about the waxless skis.
Yeah.
Well, really what that's referring to is in the kick zone, there are scales. So it's a mechanical feature. When you bottom out that ski on the snow, you've got contact because of that mechanical feature. You don't need a kick wax, but you still need a glide wax because fore and aft of that area, there are glide areas that need to be protected. Yep. And get the performance necessary out of that ski by putting some glide wax in there.
Right, so when you're classic skiing, what you're doing is you're putting when you're stepping, you're putting your weight down in the center of the ski, and this part, which is the kick zone,
exactly,
right, adheres or gets some sort of traction against the snow.
Right.
So with a waxless ski, you have these fish scales. Now what about a waxable ski?
A waxable ski has what's called kick wax. There are a couple of different types, a V-line and a VR line. VR line has some fluoro in it, and it's a wider range that it's good in, and it's also something that is a little more tenacious because of that fluoro.
Now, why would someone choose one type of ski over the other? Because it sounds like the waxable ski is a little bit more involved. Is there a performance advantage?
There's recognized a slight advantage, but every year the scales get a little bit better, a little bit better. In the past, people have kind of rejected the scales because they were noisy going downhill. It was almost like having a baseball card in the spoke of your bicycle.
Yeah.
But as the years have gone by, Fisher has done a nice job of this, where they've had 3 zones in here, where they have a single cut at the start, probably about 2 inches long. At the back end, another single cut, probably about 3 inches long. And then right underfoot, a double cut, so it's more aggressive. So that transition makes the ski a lot quieter, a lot smoother. It works a lot better.
Now, we've been watching the Olympics, obviously, and the cross-country ski races. Is it safe to say, are there any Olympians yet who have actually gone to a waxless ski that you know of? Is this gaining any ground in the competitive circuits?
No, not really. However, there are special skis that have, they're called Harries. For Fisher, it's called a zero ski, and they have a special material. And that's meant for a very fine temperature range, 28 degrees on up, pretty much, and that works extremely well. It's always been difficult to find that wax that works right around 32 degrees, and those zeros really work extremely well.
I'm just curious, because I know that when you're waxing waxable skis, you always see it on the ski reports what wax to use that day, and it's based on the temperature, what wax is going to adhere best to the snow. But if the conditions are changing, and especially like the Olympics, where we were watching, downhill racing yesterday in the rain, and the temperature's probably right around that range you're talking about. I'm just curious if anybody's tempted to go over to the waxless skis.
Well, it really has an advantage. I'm not sure if it's that much of an advantage when you're getting into those levels of competition. But that brings up another question, or another point that I wanted to make. All the different waxes have different colors different ranges. For example, this one is 25 to 34 for the warm wax, 18 to 28 for the medium wax, and then 10 to 21 for the cold wax.
Hold that up for the audience to see.
And they're color coordinated. There are even more than that. But if you want to make it easy on yourself, F4 is a great way to go. F4 is a universal wax. It may be the best one manufactured, and there is a little fluorocarbon in it, so it's really a terrific wax. You don't have to worry about temperatures. You just put that on. And there are 4 different ways of applying wax.
Fluorocarbon, you say?
That's what I said.
Interesting word. I'm going to remember that.
Yep. It's one of those things that make the wax a little more hydrophobic, which means, water hates it.
Yep.
And whenever you're skiing, as you're going across the snow, the friction melts a little bit of snow. So you're always, regardless of temperature, you're always on a film of water. By having structure in the base, by having the proper wax, you dissipate that water and the skis work a lot better.
And F4 can actually be used in alpine skis because anything that needs glide basically can benefit from F4. What's this red one down here that looks like a stick of deodorant?
This is our most popular wax. It's a F4 that is liquid. You can hear it. The real benefit of this is you can put this in the scales of a ski, and that will prevent any glopping up of the snow on a dirty ski.
So I can just take this.
So something like that you'd put on tip to tail of a
Okay, now that's a question actually I've run into, I've had, and I've heard different things. Do you wax the scales of a waxless ski with F4?
You can do it as long as it's liquid. If it would be a hard wax, such as this, you'd want to avoid it because it would fill in the scales.
Yep.
So you would lose kick that way. But a liquid is fine. You put it on, let it sit for maybe a minute, and then you buff it off. The beauty of this applicator is the base. It's got a built-in buffing pad.
Nice.
Yeah. So you can take
and
this,
that could fit right in a pocket in your jacket. You could take that with you everywhere. Even if you're let's say doing mountain meisters at Cranmore, you could take that with you. And
it's a great topper. It works extremely well. I recommend taking it with you. If you see someone having problems with the snow building up, you can save their ski day.
Yeah, and that, especially with the warm temperatures like we might have today, for example, we've had lots of fresh snow. If it's wet snow, I've encountered that before. All of a sudden you get these globs of snow sticking to your ski that you can't get off, and you can't go anywhere, so that's a perfect solution.
It really is, and it can be put on if you notice that you're losing some kick. So you put some on earlier on, you're out there for an hour and you notice that you're losing glide, you can put some on in the field. As long as you take it along with you, you're good to go.
Very nice. Now we have a watch and win. We're going to give away a prize in just a bit. I hope you were paying attention to our interview because some of that may come in handy when we ask the question in just a little bit. But in addition to the waxes, you guys have some other things here that you can use to help maintain your ski, some brushes. What are those for?
Well, again, I had mentioned there are really 4 ways to apply wax. One is the liquid wax.
Yep.
2, you can take a hard wax, crayon it on, and then take a cork and cork it in. And what you're doing with the cork is you're creating friction, heat, you're driving it into the base of the ski. The third one would be ironing it in. We have an iron over here. And then from there, it's the Mac Daddy of them all, which is hot box. We put wax on by ironing it in, and then we put it in the hot box for 4 hours. It really soaks into the base of the ski. This is really ideal for a new ski. And it's the equivalent of 20 to 25 ironing ins.
Wow.
So that works out really well. It's really been a popular thing for us.
The skis love it. It's like a sauna for the skis.
It really is.
They say, I want to go on vacation to Gorham Bike and Ski.
On those really cold days, I wanted to climb in there with the skis. And then the next day, what we'll do is we'll scrape off the top of the wax. We'll brush it with a number of brushes to clean out the structure on the base. And then we'll iron in a colder wax. It's called hardening. because the colder wax is traditionally a harder wax. And then if it's high performance, we'll scrape it, brush it, and then we'll put in a low floral wax, an LF wax.
Yeah, look, that sounds really good. If my skis could hear this, they'd be very angry at me right now. Do you guys? I'm gonna admit, both my alpine and my cross country skis really need to be tuned. They need some tender love and care. But I'm almost embarrassed to bring them somewhere because people are gonna look at them and say, "Really? You've waited this long? You won't do that to me, right? If I bring them in,
absolutely not, Chris.
Well,
maybe
you'll wait behind my back, yeah."
No, it happens all the time, and some people don't recognize the advantages of a well-waxed ski. Just yesterday, I had a woman that came in and she said, "Jack, you waxed those skis for me. What a difference!"
Yeah.
The day before, everybody was passing her. Yesterday, no one passed her. She said, "I finally figured out what glide's all about."
Very nice.
So it's pretty satisfying when you wax someone's skis and they recognize the difference.
And there are so many things that that go into a good ski, from good glide, good hard goods, also just good soft goods, wearing the right clothes, being comfortable, having the right clothes for the right conditions outside, being able to move around. You guys have all that, so.
We do. It's pretty funny how when we have a new skier come in and they look at some of the cross-country jackets, they're kind of small, they're kind of thin.
Yeah.
Aren't they kind of cold? But I always point out that cross-country skiing is a warm sport.
Yeah.
You're generating a lot of heat.
Yep.
And you can get one jacket and then just by varying the different layers inside, be very comfortable for the day.
Absolutely. So you can find all that at Gorham Bike Ski. And of course, for cross-country skiing, you need trails. And you guys are right on the world-class trail system of Jackson Ski Touring Foundation.
We've had a terrifically successful season. Jackson Ski Touring Foundation, they've got a couple of groomers that have been there for over 20 years each. They know what they're doing, and they definitely have the equipment. This year, getting a new piston bully really helped. I thought I was excited waiting for the snow to come in December, but our groomer with that new grooming machine was even more excited.
Yeah, and if you're excited watching the Nordic events in the Olympic Games, head on over to Jackson, because you're actually skiing on trails very similar to what the athletes, probably better actually, than what they're skiing on right now in Sochi, Russia.
Yep.
So let's give some stuff away. You brought a couple of prizes to give away. Tell me about these.
Well, this is Toco product. We've got a soft shell wash, a wool wash, and then we've got a spray for waterproofing your soft shell, and specifically designed by Toco for some of the high performance clothing that we offer at Gorham Bike and Ski.
Good to care for your clothes. So you just spray it on your soft shell and it helps the water resistance?
It does, yeah. In that instance, it's just a spray on. The others go in your washing machine when you're washing them.
All right, I've got a 3-pack right here. In addition, I'm going to throw in a free pass to Jackson Ski Touring Foundation.
All right.
How does that sound? So this is a huge package, and it can be yours if you call right now, 603-356-6619, area code 603-356-6619. I hope you were paying attention. Jack, I'm going to let you ask the question while I fetch the phone. There's the number on your screen.
Okay, Swix offers groups of wax with an F designation. LF, HF, HFBW. What does the F refer to?
If you were paying attention, we mentioned this during the interview, and I took particular note. What does the F stand for in these waxes? 603-356-6619 for the 3-pack of Toco products and a free trail pass to Jackson Ski Touring Foundation. Let's go to the phones. Watch and win, what's your answer?
Carbon.
That's absolutely right.
Perfect.
Right off the bat. Who's this?
It's Dean.
Dean, and you're calling from Intervale. Dean, now you cross-country ski, right?
Absolutely.
Have you been
from Pass to Jackson, as a matter of fact.
All right. Well, you can bring one of your friends now. You can, or you can make someone very happy with a gift. Bring someone with you on the trails of Jackson Ski Touring Foundation. You've got this great prize package from Toco, and we'll see you out on the trails there, Dean.
All right.
All right. Stay on the line. We'll get your information and tell you how to claim your prize. Jack Steffen from Gorham Bike and Ski up in Jackson, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Chris.
And I know this is your busy time of year, so we'll let you get back, sign autographs, and wax some skis.
I don't know about the autographs, but I'll wax some skis.
All right. We'll be right back with more White Mountains Today.
Outdoor winter adventures await you at the Jackson Ski Touring Center in Jackson, New Hampshire. Explore the largest cross-country ski trail network in the East with premium daily grooming. Take a naturalist-guided snowshoe trek through the woods. Or experience famous backcountry like the Wildcat Valley Trail. No other cross-country ski area caters to kids and families like Jackson Ski Touring. Kids under 10 ski for free. Special family ski lessons, new kid group lessons, and daycare available. Visit the expanded Storyland Element Garden or race on the Kids Ankle Biter Race Course. And Jackson Ski Touring's new Ellis River Waffle Hut will be sure to please the entire family. Cross-country skiing is always a great value. Trail passes only $21. Alpine skiers get 33% off on Sundays. Learn to ski packages are only $45 for everything. Ski and snowshoe rentals and retail shop on site. Visit jacksonxc.org or call 1-800-XC-SNOWS.